What is up, guys? We're back, episode 2. I'm ready. This is fun.
It's fun.
I know. Okay.
Good to be back.
So y'all have anything I want to say before we start? I know last time we were talking about iPhone cases and stuff like that, and we still are agreeing.
I'm still rocking. Yeah,
still right. So mine is it fits my outfit. You know, if you're watching, if you're listening to it, you probably can't see this, but if you want to get Clifford's content, go watch it on YouTube, and you can actually see how my phone fits my outfit. You know? So.
Too materialistic. Too materialistic.
It is. This was a Christmas present. So.
Christmas present? Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's enjoying.
I'm enjoying my gift.
Blessings.
My blessing that was given to me. You know, it so happened to fit my outfit today.
That's wonderful.
Thank you. So.
You look amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Fit is pretty tough today.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I tried this
You
morning.
look amazing too.
Thank you. I do too much shit.
Yeah. So today we're really just breaking down and getting serious about what it is to walk out truth. I think that's so important because again we're being thrown at us on a weekly, almost on a daily basis. We're getting so many different things, so many different opinions of so many different people, backgrounds. So it really is important that not just for us, but everyone, if you're listening, for you to know what's true and what's not true, what's right and what's wrong, so that you can live out your life with certainty, not uncertainty. You know what I'm saying? So what do y'all think? Just a question: what is truth to y'all?
I think the truth is just something that's like a fact. It can't be disputed. Something that can be supported by evidence.
Like that.
So
yeah,
that's good.
That's what I say truth is.
All right. Okay.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's me. What about you, Jalen?
Same. You said the evidence. I like that.
Yeah.
When you said evidence, I was thinking about just how. I might get a little off topic, but just how God shows Himself.
No, nothing on topic at all.
Yeah. How just God shows evidence and how good He is.
Yeah,
it's true. You know what I'm saying?
You are 100% right.
That's evidence.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? We'll get later with the as believers, what is truth to us.
Yeah. No, I think that if you look at, in the courtroom, let's just get basic.
Yeah.
In the courtroom, trying to prove a point to the judge, you gotta have evidence.
Right.
Your evidence ain't backed up.
Yeah.
It can't be taken as truth.
Right, exactly, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that right there is just why it's so important to know there is not just a truth. There is a truth that we are supposed to live by, because if everyone is living by their own truth, anybody can prove them wrong. Right. They can have evidence that defends that or doesn't back it up, or can if I have a truth about something and it's my truth, and then Jonathan has something that can contradict it, is it saying that he's wrong and I'm right, or that I'm right and you're wrong? We don't know. It's so much uncertainty. So I think that's what you said. Evidence is. I think that's the key thing. Is having evidence really backs up what is true and what's not. I think we got into it. How do we know what is true? It's just by the evidence that we have. But I think, how do we know something's not true? I think that's something really important that we have to be able to distinctively catch and look out for.
Very true. Because I think a lot of times things are so close to being true, but not exactly true.
Right. You're right.
So it's hard to sometimes you can kind of get you can see something and be yeah, that seems right. That seems right. Yeah. But it'll be little details that you gotta look out for. So I guess to answer the question, it would be, I guess going back to the evidencing. Yeah. Examine the evidence to support said claim or fact. And if you have the pieces to support it, it's true. Not, I disregard it.
You're right. If we know it's not true, going back to the court and proving your point to the judge, right? If it's true, the evidence you've seen is undeniable. No matter who sees it, where they're from, their background, race and all.
Can't be disputed.
It can't be disputed.
Facts.
Can't be disputed. The evidence is that we're all three are sitting here. No matter who walks in here, at what time in the next 15 minutes, they're gonna see us all sitting here. So that's evidence that can never be disputed. You know what I mean? Right. So that's how, contradicting that, if we're saying Jalen was here, but when someone walks in, they didn't see Jalen. So that can dispute that can dispute the truth that we might say. You know what I'm saying?
I guess another way to know if something is untrue is to see if it contradicts things that you already know are true.
Yeah.
As well.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. What do you think, Jalen? How do you know something's not true? If you're agreeing with what we're saying and you have a different aspect or perspective on it, what do you think?
I just like looking at both sides. I think I look at both sides, compare what you're saying. Like, say for example, like, you know, his brother didn't get you ice cream.
Right.
Now, we heard that, you know, hey, his pop said he couldn't bring the ice cream because the ice cream was really cold. But Jonathan heard another story. It was like, oh, you know, just didn't have the flavors he wanted. That's why they didn't bring it.
Right.
It's kind of like, in his view, you could argue like, oh, that sounds true. In your view, you just heard from the source himself. That's true. So, you know, like he said, he contradicts himself. So I feel like sometimes you gotta peel back the layers of what each individual is saying, and then slowly pull back the curtain and understand, okay, this is overall the truth. Yeah. Not a truth that I heard from, you know.
No, I think
person.
Sometimes the example you just gave, it is so important that we go to the source.
Yeah.
If we go around people who it's like, you know, if they're saying Jonathan did something, and everyone is telling me so many different perspectives of what Jonathan did, but if I'm just listening to them, why not just go to Jonathan and ask him myself? He's the source. Everyone's perspective is on Jonathan, so why not go to Jonathan and ask Jonathan what he did if he did not do it?
Yep.
So you look at the truth in our world, there's so many different perspectives, but where's the source at? Right. Who's the source of all of it?
Right.
And I think that's what we're going to get in today is like, everyone thinks Jonathan did something, but why not just ask Jonathan? Yeah. You know what I mean? To see if what happened.
Don't know nothing.
Right.
He don't know nothing.
So
I ain't
you
gonna
see that?
Him.
Yeah, I'm excited to be able to just talk about what that looks like and how we walk it out.
Yeah.
So
let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, sir.
So I think now that we actually talked about like what we know is not true, I think it's important that we now talk about what is the truth. Emphasis on the. I think it's so important. If we say a truth and the truth, a is so vague, but when you add like the truth, it's like
it's specific.
It's very specific.
It's singular.
Exactly. It's singular. It's
one truth.
Right. It just it brings it down to one thing and one thing only.
So what is the one thing that's true in a world of truth?
I think that is that we were created by someone very detailed and strategic in what he does. And because we were created by someone who, to the point where every person has a different DNA, no one's DNA is the same on the earth, United States, you know, China, wherever you are, like none of our DNAs are the same. So for someone to create us and be so specific in that kind of detail, that shows that there's someone out there that created all of us and wants us and has a purpose for all of our lives. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that for sure.
Absolutely. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I guess he is the truth.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Well, for me, I mean, going along with that, the whole creator thing, I think if we are created by him and everything of this world is by his design, then what is the truth is everything that he deems as the truth. Whatever standard that the creator sets is the laws that everything follows. That's the end all be all for all of us.
No, I mean you look at someone's building something, not even a building, but like a business, and they're the founder of the business. Or a painter. No, use a painter example. Someone's painting something. The only one that can explain to you the purpose of the painting is the painter.
Right, exactly.
he created, he has the thought process behind where he's putting those streaks for that reason. So all at the end of it, when he's done, he's able to show you a masterpiece, and that masterpiece has a specific purpose for people who are looking at it.
I do like that, but I actually like the business model.
That one better? Okay.
Because somebody who starts a business, right, they have a mission in mind.
Right.
They have a purpose for creating that business. Now, who am I to tell that business owner what
Right.
he's supposed to do?
Right.
Now, if I'm creating, I guess, if I go to make a gym, who is somebody to go in there and tell me that actually it's supposed to be a restaurant?
Right.
You know?
Right,
Doesn't make any
exactly.
sense.
Yeah.
It's not their business.
Exactly.
So they have no right to decide what the purpose of this is and what the purpose of that is in my establishment.
Right. And it's something you're creating.
Exactly.
Nah, you're exactly right. What do you think?
I mean, I think just like a carpenter.
Yeah.
You know, no pun intended. But,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
those tradespeople, they build something. No one can take that away with what they build.
Yeah.
No one can tell them, oh, you missed a spot, blah, blah, blah. It's complete. It's built. Why are you
Right.
telling me that it's incomplete? I just finished it.
Yeah.
You think you could do a better job?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
But the person who's asking the tradesperson, oh, it's not finished, is a person who's not even qualified in that field to talk about the work that he's done.
Well, so hold up
Yeah,
before we even
I like that.
because if you look at that what you just said, bro, you look at our world. Who is to say us who were created by someone to say that we have the power to go in and change what he's already created and make it to where we think it should be?
Right, exactly.
Like you said, with the carpenter, with making your gym, with painting something. I can't go to the painter and say, no, you're supposed to put that streak right here.
Yeah.
No, use that color. I'm the painter. I know the vision behind what I'm painting. Same for us. If there's someone who created us, who are we to say that the creator who made us all different DNAs, all different skin colors, all different cultures, all different backgrounds to say, nope, you didn't do that right. I'm going to show you how you should do it.
Right.
It's crazy.
That's how we know what the ultimate truth is. We see where the source is coming from, who created it.
Because, I mean, I think it's so important to remember that we, not only that we shouldn't want to, but we literally can't, because our perspective is only limited to the one who gave it to us.
Go ahead, exactly. Now go ahead, go into that.
I don't know how to give away to that. It's just a thought that came across.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, now that we figured out what the ultimate truth is the person who created it. That comes in any aspect of anything.
Okay, so if you had to boil it down to like an exact definition of the truth, what would you say it is?
It is the design and purpose and law behind the creator.
That's good.
The truth specifies a singular truth that outweighs any other.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're saying that's what the truth is, we have to understand who that is. Does that make sense?
Okay.
What do y'all think?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say the truth is anything that aligns with the original design, vision, and plan
Right.
that God has set forth for all of us in this
Exactly.
world.
All right. So now that we figured that out, what will we say? How do we find it? Because now that we know what it is, people, y'all listening, like, okay, we hear you, but now where do we find it at?
We got the answer. Yeah.
Right. So, and if you're listening, we're holding the Bible.
Yeah.
So if you can't see, we're holding the Bible, and I think that we see now that
He made it so simple.
It's so simple for us, but it's also complex. And when I say that is that if you look at Legos, all right, you got instructions. Why try to make the Legos when the Lego has a specific purpose? Why not look at the instructions where it tells you how to walk it out, what the purpose of what it's supposed to look like at the end?
Right.
It's like, nah, don't look at the instruction. I'm gonna make it myself and make it what I want it to be. When the box literally has a painting on the front of it that shows you how it should be made. So the reason I say that is so for Legos, if there's an instruction manual, it shows you one step by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, how you should do it, when you should do it, where you should put it at. So ultimately you get to step 10, the last step, you're able to see how it's supposed to come out. And I think with our lives, our Creator has given us a manual. I think in the Bible, biblical instruction before leaving Earth is what I've heard. It's an instruction manual for our life. It isn't just don't do this and don't do that, do this and do that, but it's an instruction manual to help us. It's a guide to help us walk out the life that the ultimate source has given us and the purpose He has for us to walk out. What do y'all think?
You hit around the nail.
I know. I mean,
yeah, right on the head.
That was good. So, yeah, I agree with you.
For y'all, how did y'all find it?
I mean, through work.
Right. No, but obviously, but no, like personally in your lives,
I see what you're saying.
how do you find it? What do you do to do that? Is it you wake up in the morning, you start your day with it? Is it a podcast that you watch? Is it music that you listen to? How do you find the truth on a daily basis to help guide you through your day? What do y'all do?
I think realize that I got up today. Just some simple stuff. Some simple, subtle stuff.
Okay, I see what you're saying with that.
A world that's so fast paced.
Mm-hmm.
Just admiring the simple things that I got up today.
Yeah, that's truth.
You know?
Right, no, I like
got up
that.
Today. No one could argue that I didn't get up.
Right.
My mom sees me downstairs.
Right.
You know, making a smoothie. Gotta stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? And so I got up today, and I made a smoothie today.
Right.
Just simple stuff, but I got up today.
Yeah.
Opened my eyes, and I pray in the morning, and I got up today and said, "Thank you, Lord, I got up today. It's another day."
Right.
You know.
Oh, okay. Well, so what do you think?
How to find the truth. I think in everyday life is just the constant comparing back to what's written in that word. Whenever you find something that's confusing or you're unsure about something, always making sure that you check whether or not it lines up with what He's written in that book.
Yeah.
Whether it's emotions you're feeling, situations that you're facing, even things that you want to do in life, always going back and checking and making sure that you're in line with everything there. If you find anything that's contradicting, then it's not true.
Right.
Yes.
We'll go back to what you were saying, the evidence.
The evidence, right.
If you can find evidence that cannot be disputed, we can agree that is truth.
Mm-hmm.
So with our lives, now saying, okay, that's what evidence has to be within that. You making a gym, going back to that example, there's evidence to see that you're going through and building something, putting equipment in, fixing the bathrooms, all this stuff. There's evidence to see that you're building something for a specific purpose.
Right.
So to say we found the truth and how to find it, it's okay, let's go to the Creator, let's go to the source of life itself. Who created life itself?
Yeah.
And it's no way that the sun is so close but yet so far to where it can help things grow, but not too close to where it can scorch it. It's our life is so detailed.
The evidence.
It's evidence.
Yeah.
That the evidence is in the details. You know what I mean? So I think that what you said was perfect, even being so simple. I woke up this morning.
The evidence is in existence itself.
Exactly.
The fact that we're even here right now.
Say that again.
Is proof enough.
Go to that again. Say that again.
The evidence is in existence. So in today's world, how do you feel we walk out the truth? Like, what does that look like?
I feel like it's reading the instructions. The instructions that we're given, by our Creator, by the one that created us in detail and, very, very specific depending on every single person. Because He was so detailed, we can't assume. You have some things that you can off the rip, you can probably just figure it out.
Right. Yeah.
But there are some things that are so detailed that you have to listen to the instructions or read the instructions, because then you're going to screw something wrong, and then mess up the whole entire project.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
I'd say life is a pretty expensive project to mess up.
Exactly. Right. We have to make sure that we're doing our best to walk in truth, in the truth. So I think to walk it out is to read the instructions, to read what He's given us, because in His Word is so specific on how we can obtain peace, how we can obtain joy, not just happiness, but joy, pure joy.
Pure joy.
to obtain, discernment and wisdom. Like there's all these things that we all long to have, and his instructions show us how to live it out and how to obtain it.
Right.
So,
but I think to take it a step further, not only reading the instructions, but to actually follow the instructions and do them.
Right.
A lot of people read the instructions and kind of just leave it at that, thinking they did their part. But going back to the Lego example, if you just read the instructions of the Lego's still not built at the end of the day.
Right.
You gotta
Right.
do the work and actually
Right.
put the instructions into action.
Yeah.
So I feel like for me that's what it means to actually walk it out.
Yeah. What do you think, John?
Just being obedient. I think that's how you can walk it out. Cause like you guys just said, it's one thing to see it and hear it. It's a different thing to walk it out. And do it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like your analogy with the Legos. It's just like it's not done yet.
Yeah.
It's because you heard it.
Job's not done.
Yeah.
Job's not finished.
Right.
Job's not done. Yeah.
It's not truth. It's truth. I feel like it's meant to be walked out.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, going back to the courtroom, you hear evidence, you hear something that someone says is true and they have evidence to back it up, you have no choice but to take it.
But why would you want to live in a lie? That's my thing.
No, yeah, you're not even lying. Nah, I mean...
It would be crazy.
Nah, I mean, because I think comfortability.
No, yeah.
It's comfortability, because when something that contradicts your comfort, we are built to automatically, push it away or decline it or like not, take a second to listen, because it penetrates our comfort. Truth penetrates our comfort.
It forces you to a place where you have to do something about it.
Yeah.
And people don't want to.
Right. Because school, your phone, you can't have your phone out in class. That penetrates your comfort. Your comfort is to have your phone out, be in your phone, checking Snapchat, Instagram, whatever you texting whoever.
Yeah.
But the second you walk into that classroom, it penetrates your comfort. Now you can't have your phone out without consequences.
Mm-hmm. They don't want the consequences.
They don't want the consequences.
But it doesn't mean that it's not going to be there, just
right.
They don't want it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that's how, we don't live out a lie. And I think that's why it's sometimes difficult for us, because we want to do what we want to do, because we want to do it, but we don't see what's 10 steps ahead. Our Creator already knows what's 10 steps ahead.
Oh, yeah.
He sees, that's why he's saying, do this way. Talk to this person, have this friend group, because I'm trying to protect you, because I know 10 steps ahead, you could either walk off a cliff or walk into a blessing. It's up to if you're going to actually listen to my instructions or not.
Right.
So,
I think people fail to realize, people think that walking in truth, the reason that we want to walk in truth is just because it's the design for us, but it's so much deeper than that. It's not just the fact that everything was designed for us a certain way, but everything was designed for us a certain way for our benefit, for our good.
right.
So if we walk in that way, even though a lot of times it goes against what we already want to do, it's going to be good for us.
That's good. Yeah, you're right.
Benefit for the people who love him.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah. No, yeah, no, I
people
think.
who love him,
Yeah.
those are the people that are going to be benefited by those
Yeah.
said blessings.
But if you don't love him,
exactly.
you're not walking in the truth.
Right.
Exactly. But I'm saying,
Yeah. No, I do just
love,
saying.
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Facts.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
It's a great way to end this whole thing is love. Out of love for wanting to know the truth, we'll seek it out no matter what it takes. You look at these movies where someone and a person is such a, it's all the thing I can think of is, a dad's, daughter was hurt or killed or whatever. You see his pursuit to find the truth. Right, exactly. And he'll do anything to find the truth, anything to get revenge. That's the same thing with this. Out of love for wanting to know the truth,
facts,
and how we can live our life in a better way, we'll do anything to do it. So I think that's a great way to close this out, is just by saying, like, through love, for who we are, and through love of who created us, we will do anything. We're going on a limitless pursuit to find the truth. So you find the truth through the source of who created it, Like what did you say? I forget how you worded it.
Man,
I can't remember, but it was so good. But you know, I think this is important that we know what is true, what is not true, and what is the truth, and how to find it, but then also how to walk it out, so that we can walk in the peace and the love and the grace and the wisdom that God has called all of us to. We all have that inheritance. As His children, have that inheritance. And I know every last person wants that. Exactly. So, thank you guys for listening again. I mean, again, this is so much more that we're going to talk about.
Only episode 2.
Only episode 2. So, we appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Talk to you next week on Thursday, like clockwork.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Peace out.
Peace out.